we are traveling to 2003 for our follow-up, Leprechaun Back to the Hood. This is my number one.
We can't do this show anymore. I cannot. I have this as a number 7. This would be my absolute worst pick if not for something else that is clearly the worst of those.
This is my number one.
Jesus.
Dude, this movie gets everything right.
It gets everything fucking wrong.
I
dude.
disagree, good sir. I disagree. This is my number one fucking pick.
This movie made me angry watching this.
This movie made me happy because after I had to sit through the boring ass Leprechaun in the Hood, I got to watch this and I was like, yes, this is what the Hood movie should have been.
No.
Mark, I'm going to try to win you over a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to try to win you over just a little bit. We performed a miracle last episode. I got you to change one of your rankings. I'm not saying you're going to change it, but I might get you to just maybe give it a little bit more love. Just hear me out, all right? So what did you have as your 7? Or sorry, 7 was this.
It's this, yeah.
And then you had 3. These movies are already so jumbled in my head. I can't straighten out what's where. But what were your top 3 again?
So I got...
Did you say your top 3?
Yep. Part 3 is my number 1.
Right. Yeah. And I had that as my number 6.
Yeah, part 2 is my
something.
Number 2.
Yeah.
And then Leprechaun in the Hood is number 3.
Right. Okay. So you're not one to judge. Okay. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
True.
So once again, I did not think this film was real. Yeah. I remember hearing about this, like Leprechaun Back. It's literally spelled back to the number 2, the Hood.
Yeah.
Back to the Hood. I thought it was a joke.
Number 1.
Yes, buddy. Number 1. I thought this was the name sounds like a name your friends would come up with of like, hey, imagine they went back to like they did the ghetto one again, and it's like,
but they made a real movie out of it.
They actually did, yeah. And it's funny that after the first trip to the Hood sucked so much, I was expecting pure garbage because I hated the first one, the first In the Hood film.
Yeah.
I was expecting to hate this movie, and it won me over on every sense. It's just so fun, and they're good characters, and it's just a good time. And
I don't know if I have disagreed with you more on any movie that we've done so far.
Well, let's get into it, Mark. Let me get through the plot.
Remember we did Freddy's Nightmares, and my favorite was your least favorite.
Yeah, that was the memory one or whatever the fuck that one was called. I don't remember what it was
with
called.
The axe killer.
Oh no, sorry, that one. Yeah, that one's. I wish the one with the football player.
Yep.
Yeah, where you were living out your fantasies of being a high school football.
That's right.
Captain. Yeah. I don't remember what that one was called. Something bleeds. I don't know. My brain was bleeding listening to you.
In that case, we are 24 episodes apart, and I still
agreed with me more
than on this. That than I do on this.
Well, maybe I can win you over a little bit, Mark. We'll see. Yeah. So, fun trivia. At the time that this came out, so this movie is 2003. So Freddy vs. Jason had come out before this and was very successful. And the studio that owned the Leprechaun rights also owned the Candyman rights. And the studio approached Tony Todd to do a Leprechaun versus Candyman film for this entry.
Right.
And Tony Todd said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, probably for all the right reasons.
And you know what? I'm actually, so not to get off on a tangent too much, but I do begrudge the fact that Freddy vs. Jason did not kick off a wave of versus movies. We all would have loved these movies. Well, you don't really like Freddy. No, you don't hate Freddy vs. Jason.
That one is okay.
Yeah.
But I do not think that we needed to open the floodgates.
Oh no, I think we did.
Oh.
At this point, all the franchises sucked anyways. It would have breathed new life into all of them. I think we needed Michael versus Candyman, Leprechaun versus Chucky. It should have been Chucky. That would have made everybody would have wanted that matchup. Leatherface versus Pinhead. Let's just go fucking wild. I want all this shit. I want to see it.
I am.
There's a reason comic books do this stuff.
I'm accepting applications for a new co-host for a spin-off podcast.
I was going to say, it's not this podcast. Yeah, it's going to be a spin-off podcast. Yeah.
It's
called Trash Cinema because it's nothing but trash opinions and trash podcasters.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So that didn't happen. So we're left with this movie. Yeah. They decided to. So it's not a sequel, but they take another crack at the hood, right? So it opens with a book. It's like an animated sequence. Mm-hmm. And it opens with a book turning to chapter 6 because this is the 6th entry in the Leprechaun series. And then we got a narrator and the book starts animating and like it comes to life. Okay, I see you, Leprechaun Back to the Hood. They got some production value here. We got a little bit of money this time around. Not bad. The narrator tells us about an ancient kingdom whose king made a pact with the leprechaun people to protect the gold of the realm, which confirms my Can I please? Okay, save it for Trash Cinema, buddy. Save it for Trash Cinema. How has no one commented that on our video yet? Like it's right there.
Should be called Trash Cinema.
The show should be called Trash Cinema because the two hosts are fucking garbage. Right. I just gave you the troll. Yeah. Do it. I want to hear it. All right. So, can I please finish this? So the narrator tells us about an ancient kingdom whose king made a pact with the leprechaun people, right? People, more than one, to protect the gold of the realm, confirming my fan theory that there are multiple leprechauns.
Sure.
So this is the first movie that like 100% confirms it. It's the first time they go, oh, there's a bunch of leprechauns.
Right.
None of the other ones did that. Okay, that's a check for Leprechaun Back to the Hood. And this particular movie is focused on the one leprechaun who stayed behind with the kingdom's gold long after the kingdom had fallen. Cut to modern day where a priest or reverend or something is running scared.
Father Jacob.
I don't know how you remember that, but sure. Well, you didn't remember it. It's written down, but sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why you bothered to write that down. A rainbow forms in front of him and he tries to attack it. Then the titular leprechaun shows up and attacks him, demanding the location of his gold. Yep. The priest, I'm going to go with that and just call him a priest, burns him with four-leaf clover water or just clover water, one of the two. And then he performs a type of exorcism and sends the leprechaun back to hell. And it's kind of a cool sequence. These like hands come out of the ground and drag him down. A la Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah. I thought that was a cool little sequence, actually. It was the first time we see the leprechaun defeated like that. The priest then faints and dies from wounds he suffered during their fight. And we cut to 1 year later and are introduced to our new protagonists. We get Jamie. Jamie is played by Paige Kennedy. Did you recognize him at all? So I recognized him. He's in the Meg movies, if you ever watch those, with the Jason Statham movies.
No.
He's not a main character, but like he's kind of a side character. But yeah, he's funny in those two movies. That's what I recognized him from. We have our female leads, Emily and Lisa, and our other male lead, Rory, who's played by...
I know he's from something, but off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Laz Alonso is the actor's name. He is Mother's Milk from The Boys.
That's right. I've seen the first season.
He's from The Boys, yeah. He does look very different in this movie.
He's a lot more grown up. Like just he's...
Now.
Yeah,
now. Up rolls this mean-looking crew who proceed to mug Jamie and remind him that he still owes the money and he has till the end of the week. Cut to Rory being talked to by the same crew, and they're like threatening him. They're like, man, you can't be doing business on our turf. If you got to cut this shit out or there's going to be consequences.
Doing good for yourself, little brother. I mean, you only on the streets a few months and already you a big spender.
Just making ends meet, man.
Yeah. Only problem that you making ends meet on our part of this motherfucker.
I want to fight you, Watson.
We understand each other.
Rory is like, fuck that. And then he drives away on his motorcycle and then drives back and then smacks one of them with a fucking baseball bat. Rory is fucking awesome. Great response. Emily and Lisa then go to see a fortune teller, and the teller warns them about a fortune that Emily is about to come into, but it's going to bring with it some sort of evil. So she's trying to give them like a foreboding. It's a, what should we call it? Like a
premonition.
Yeah, premonition of doom. Yep. One thing I didn't like though is they show actual future scenes that are later going to happen in the movie. I think I've seen other movies do this. I think that's a dumb thing. It's like, don't show us other scenes. Just keep it vague. Meanwhile, Jamie goes to complain to Rory about four-leaf clovers he found in the weed that he bought off him. And then later he invites Rory to a barbecue with Emily and Lisa, where it's revealed Emily and Rory have some sort of beef from their past. During Rory and Lisa's squabble, Lisa falls into some underground cavern, and she looks around, stumbling upon a chest of gold the fortune teller predicted. The group celebrates their sudden windfall of cash, but don't celebrate too soon because the leprechaun is woken up once again.
Yep.
We then get a montage of the group spending their riches, and kudos to this movie. This is the first time in the franchise you actually get to see somebody use the gold.
They spend it.
They spend it.
Yeah.
Never. It never happens again. You never get to see somebody actually enjoy the gold. Technically Mac Daddy, I guess, but it was off screen. We know he did use some of it because he got he turned himself powerful. And in 3, you get to see them make the wishes because they can wish on the gold.
Yeah, I mean, normally these movies don't last that long, right? Like they all get killed before they get a chance to actually go and take it to the bank.
Yeah,
right?
I got to give it kudos though that they actually bothered to. We get a sequence of like a montage of them spending and enjoying the money.
Yep.
You know, nice little touch. Jamie then throws a house party, and an uninvited guest shows up. The leprechaun, of course, murders one of the guests, and then the cops show up and arrest Jamie for having a garbage bag full of weed.
Like massive.
It's literally a huge garbage bag full of weed. The leprechaun shows up at Emily's work and attacks her. She escapes and runs to warn everyone else. But the leprechaun attacks and kills Lisa before the group can get to her in time. Emily tells Rory and Jamie that they have to return the gold to break the leprechaun's curse. And what follows is the leprechaun hunting down the group out for revenge for them stealing his gold. Emily, Jamie, and Rory setting a trap to kill the leprechaun with 4-leaf clover tip bullets, a showdown between the leprechaun and the psychic woman, as well as Emily attacking and trying to kill the leprechaun in the boiler room. That is the plot of Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Second time around, buddy, they got it right.
Yeah.
I know you. Let me get into it, and I'll let you, at any point, jump into my points.
Okay.
All right? How is this so much better? I don't know how they did it, but they fucking did it. Because the first movie is just boring, and it doesn't really deliver on its premise. The characters kind of suck. The second one fixes basically everything. So the first Hood movie, because I'm comparing it to those two, right?
Sure.
The first Hood movie, it doesn't really feel like a Hood movie. It's just kind of random sets, with the exception of a couple shots. It doesn't really feel like you're in the actual environment. It doesn't feel like you're in the hood. This movie clearly had a lot more money, or just the way they planned it was better. So like the opening, we get a mugging. Like right off the bat, they're setting the scene, they're setting the environment, the atmosphere that we're in. Yep. There's so many shots in this movie that feel very much like inner city, like kind of more mean streets. We get basketball courts. Didn't get that in the first Hood movie. We have a house party. Nothing like, I guess there was kind of the little party in that apartment complex, but it felt so much just like a set. Yep. It didn't feel like an actual house party. The whole thing just feels so much more authentic to what it's to what it's saying. It's saying like, this is the Hood movie. The first one was like Back to the Hood, but it was in the hood in as much as Jason was in Manhattan, right, or Leprechaun was in Las Vegas. Yeah. This one, the whole thing, you're in the hood the entire time. You're on the streets the entire time. It feels like you're in that neighborhood. Okay, so it nails the atmosphere and the environment. Do you have any comment on that?
I see why you like this one and why I don't. So I agree with everything you said.
So I'm glad we're about to touch on something because this hasn't come up yet on the whole podcast. Mark is very racist, and it has never come up until this point. Because this movie is very, very focused on black culture in a way that none of the other entries were, right? And Mark likes it when he can laugh at those people, but when it's trying to actually celebrate them, you're not really on board for that trip.
You got me. Of course. Yeah, I had the previous entry pretty high. You hated that one, right? But yeah, because in that one we were all laughing together, right? But no.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, so
to be clear, Mark's not a racist.
No, the funny thing about this is that I probably had stronger feelings about this one than I did any other movie in the franchise. Everything you just said is correct. This movie is probably the most serious of all of the movies in the franchise.
Yep.
And
no, not the most serious. No.
Okay.
The next one. No.
Yeah. Of the ones that are worthy of even being discussed.
Yeah.
Spoiler. The problem is, and I alluded this back with the first movie, that the first movie, the biggest, the thing that I don't like about the first movie is that they wanted to be all of these different things, and as a result, they successfully ended up turning their movie into none of those things. I was willing to let that go because it's just kind of boring anyway, but this movie felt like it was really leaning into being specific types of movies, but then doesn't become any one of them. So everything that you just said, describing the fact that this is much better depiction of the hood,
inner city,
the inner city, things like that. It wants to be Boys in the Hood, but it isn't. It wants to be like a Wayans Brothers movie and be funny at the same time, but it isn't that either. The problem is this one doesn't get the free pass that the first one got because this one actually matters. Like the first one, you can just forget about that movie, right? But this one, it's actually trying to make a real serious movie. And if you're going to go that far with it, you have to do it. And I felt like this one was just like, what are you? What is this?
So I think it pulls it off.
I don't.
I think they tried to do Boys in the Hood with Leprechaun, and I think it works. And they tried to have some Wayans brother comedy, and I think it works. This one completely lands for me.
I feel like, take example, the Rory character. I don't know whether or not he's an absolute menace or whether or not he's a sweetheart.
So let's get into the characters. I don't know. Let's get into the characters.
Every scene, they flip-flop who all of these people are.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think these are the best characters with the exception of Morty and Cody, I think it was, from part 2. I think these are my favorite characters in the whole franchise.
Yeah.
I think these are great, likable characters. Yeah. I think they're very well done. They're very fleshed out, and they all have arcs.
I agree with you on every one of those points, except the thing that I don't like about it is that I don't think they nailed them. We had a real opportunity here with these 4, and I think they screwed it up.
Well, allow me to get into it, because I don't think they did. Yeah. I don't think they missed the mark here. So let's start with Rory, okay? Badass Rory. Of the group, he's probably the least interesting. But I do like his character. He's playing the badass, strong, silent type. Yep. He's the no one tells me what to do, and I'm my own man.
But he's actually like a bad person.
A little bit. But I think he's more the his intro is like a gang who's like, you should be afraid of these guys. They're trying to shake him down, and then he's just like, man, fuck you guys, and assaults one of them, right?
Right, but he's not. So he's not really afraid of that. He's not the strong, silent type, but with a heart of gold. No, he's like a. He's a pretty bad person.
No, I think ultimately he ends up by the end of the runtime being a pretty good guy.
No, they want you to think that. But you can't redeem somebody like that in 98 minutes.
Yeah, but redeem him in what sense? Like, what does he do that's so bad? The only thing we know is that there was some incident where he took money from his ex, which was Lisa.
I didn't choose this life for myself. Look, don't act all high and mighty. I never asked you for anything.
No, I was just dumb looking out for you.
I didn't want you to give up shit for me.
Yeah, but I gave up everything.
And I tried to pay you back, right?
With drug money. You think I was gonna take that, Rory? And you really are stupid.
But he doesn't really do anything that awful.
Yeah.
He ends up like helping Lisa and Jamie, and he attacks. The only person he attacks is the gang members that are all fucking gangbanger pieces of shit that are actually trying to hurt Jamie and the rest of the neighborhood. Like, I don't really think, I guess you could say he's kind of a dick in that, like, he has like the hot girlfriend and like he's kind of flaunting her around. So in that he's clearly trying to make Lisa jealous.
No,
but he does try to make up with Lisa. Yeah. He's trying. Otherwise, why did he show up at that barbecue? He didn't show up just to be an asshole. He specifically showed up to hash things out with Lisa. So, like, I don't buy that he's ever a bad guy.
I think you're giving it too much credit.
No, not at all. I think these are really good characters.
Why should I trust you? Everybody was right about you. You are no good.
You're right. I ain't no good. But I'm trying, Em. I'm trying to do the right thing.
There's Rory, and then we get my favorite character in this movie is Jamie. And I don't know how, I genuinely don't know how you could not like Jamie. He is so likable. This actor is so fun to watch. He has great on-screen presence.
Yep.
And he plays off everybody perfectly.
But I think he would have fit in better in any other one of these movies. But in this one, like...
that's why he works, is like, it can't just, because it would be so dry. This is Friday, and he is the Chris Tucker to Ice Cube. Rory is Ice Cube. Jamie is the Chris Tucker.
Right, but Friday's a funny movie.
So is this.
I didn't get the sense that this was the way that this is presented. They should have kept this straight. Like this.
No, I disagree. I think it should have gone both ways. I think you get to me, this nails the Leprechaun formula.
Oh, no way.
See, this to me is the most. So. The question is, what do you want out of a Leprechaun movie? Because I don't like the Leprechaun movies, but if I had to pick, I would rather something that took the subject matter a little more seriously, and I'd rather you made him more of a slasher villain.
Yep. Okay.
And this is probably one of the most, this is the most slasher movie out of the whole series. This one feels the most like a slasher movie.
Yeah.
Where they treat him like a serious threat. He quips a little bit, but it's not just, he doesn't go full ham. He's not chewing the scenery.
Yeah.
It's more serious.
Not part 4.
Right.
Yeah.
But you still have some humor in here. There's a lot to like in here. And it's all around our comedic relief, Jamie.
Yeah.
In any other serious movie, like Friday's a very serious movie. It has comedy, but there's a lot of fucked up shit in it too. So does this. Yeah. Jamie is a great comedic relief. Like, I want to get into the characters a little more. So we got Jamie. Jamie is just he's like the entertaining simpleton, right? Like, he's the comedic relief in the group. He's the one in the group that everybody rolls their eyes at. There's so many funny moments with him. Like, he brought a smile to my face every time he's on screen, and that's what he's meant to do. That character is meant to alleviate the tension. He's meant to make you smile. He's giving you some relief from all the heavy shit that's going on in the movie.
How could you afford this?
Well, I have a little help.
Jamie, I'm gonna kill you.
What? I ain't had the money for the food. And I asked him would he float me. He said no. Then he asked me what for, and I told him we was having a barbecue and that you was gonna be here. And that's when he bought all this extra shit.
Asshole.
Look, he even bought wings and some hot sauce. You know how much I love my hot sauce, girl. Don't even try. What's up, man? What's up, man?
So when Emily finds the gold for the Leprechaun, and she splits it up amongst the 4 of them, she immediately, she's like, Jamie, you cannot use this to buy weed.
Jamie?
Yeah. What's up, baby?
You cannot use the gold to buy bud. No bud.
Damn!
You heard me.
What you laughing at? Ain't funny shit.
She like gives him the rule that he can't buy weed, which clearly he didn't listen to, because then later he's got a garbage bag, garbage bag full of fucking weed. There's a funny moment during the house party. He's showing the pride and joy of his collection, which is a collection of bongs.
Yeah.
And he's got the one, and then he's like, this is my very first bong. I got this when I was in 4th grade. And the guy's talking to him was like, yeah, that explains a lot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he was smoking weed in the 4th grade. He's just like I like the way he plays off everyone so well too, because everybody is just kind of always like, all right, shut up, Jamie, like you goofball, right? And the scenes with him and Rory are some of my, Rory, him and Rory are so fucking funny. Yeah. The whole like, the thing where Jamie starts, instead of using the N-word, he starts saying ninja.
Ninja.
And he has a whole debate with Rory about like saying ninja instead of the N-word.
Filled with clovers, ninja.
Ninja? Nigga, did you just call me a ninja?
Hey, man, hey. You need to get out more, man. Don't nobody say nigga no more.
Ninja.
Yeah, like, what up, ninja? Oh, look at them ninjas over there.
You need to stop smoking that shit, you dumbass nigga.
Ninja, please.
I thought that was a cute little moment. They play off each other very well because Rory is almost like, he's almost too cool. So like he's not supposed to like Jamie, but like Jamie is so like charming and
likable
likable that he like slowly is wearing him down. There's a funny exchange like at the end when they're trying to like figure out what to do against the leprechaun, and then what's his face? Jamie's like, why don't we just hold out till morning? He's like, then we'll be fine. Rory's like, he's not a vampire. And then Jamie immediately, without even like missing a beat, is like, how you know sunlight don't work, huh? You know how leprechauns work all of a sudden?
Man, how the fuck you get a gun? All I get is a goddamn bat. What I'm gonna do? Hit a home run?
Jamie, I just need you to watch my back, man.
Man, look, all we gotta do is wait until the morning and the little fuck is toast.
Morning, huh?
Yeah, sunlight and shit.
He's not a vampire, dumbass.
Oh, look at you. Oh, look who's the expert on leprechauns now. How you know sunlight ain't gonna work? You don't know. How come you think you know everything all the time?
Which is so true. It's like none of them know anything, right? Like, how do you know that sunlight won't work? You don't fucking know that. Emily and Lisa, great fucking characters. Yep. There is a scene early on in the movie where like they're like driving to work. And one of their cars breaks down and they're just stuck stranded on the side of the road. And they basically just talk about how shitty their living situation is and how much they want to get out of the area.
Hold on to that. Like
that was great. It's like these feel like real people. And then when they kill off Lisa halfway through the movie, I was actually bummed. Yeah. I didn't want to see these characters die.
We care about them.
Yeah. You made me care more.
How did you do this?
Yeah. I think I want to compare this to Hood again, like to the first one, Leprechaun in the Hood versus the second one. One of the things this one does so much better than the first one is the way the characters develop. Mm-hmm. So in Leprechaun in the Hood, you've got this core group of 3. You know, you got Postmaster P, Stray Bullet, and Butch. And they've clearly been friends for years. They're like childhood friends. Other than let's get a rap contract and become famous, I don't know what any of their motivations are. I don't know what any of their I don't know what any of them want, but none of them are really given much individual personality. They're kind of just meant to be like goofballs.
One-dimensional characters like you would expect.
Right. In this one, the way they do it, the core group don't actually even start out as friends. Yeah. They don't actually debatably even like each other. So like Jamie or Lisa and Emily kind of put up with Jamie, but they don't really like him. He's kind of just the goofball that's around. Yeah. Rory doesn't really like him. He just sells Jamie weed. He's not really like his friend. Emily hates Rory because of like their past
history.
Yeah. And Rory, and she's jealous of Rory's like hot girlfriend that he's got, who's like flaunting around. But then as the movie progresses, everything changes once they find the gold, and then the leprechaun situation happens, and the central conflict slowly brings them together. Yeah. They slowly have to work together, and then by the end of the movie, you basically get a new friend group. I kind of like the way that plays out. There's even a really nice scene that caps that, where like earlier in the movie, Rory just looks at Jamie like, this fucking idiot, right? But then later on, Jamie hugs him, and he hugs him back.
And obviously,
like their friendship, they actually turn into friends.
And Jamie is like puppy dog love for Lisa the whole time. Like, you know, They play
Yep.
that out. Yeah.
Yep. And it's
Yep.
sad that I was kind of actually bummed they killed Lisa.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, but the fact that they made me feel something,
Yeah.
that's impressive. You know, that's hard work.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel anything anymore.
So you don't have emotions.
Well, I don't know.
So how's
They
that
don't
possible?
exist.
Yeah.
Watson, because I'm still comparing it to Hood.
Yep.
So the secondary antagonist of In the Hood is Ice-T's character,
Yeah.
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. Yeah.
Mac Daddy is just one-dimensional evil bad guy. He's just not. There's just not much to him.
Yep.
Watson is like Debo out of Friday. He is just a character straight out of Boys in the Hood, and he's like so intimidating and scary, and he has so much better on-screen presence. Mac Daddy he's supposed to be that character, but it's Ice-T hamming it up in a fro.
They are still playing it mainly for jokes.
Right. This is not that character. I think Watson is such a better secondary antagonist. Yeah, he works really well for me. Sorry, Mark, go ahead and hop in.
No. I'm loving listening to what you're saying, because what you thought was great about this, I also thought was great about this. The problem is, this is so close to being like a really good movie.
And it is. It is, Mark. Mark, come to this side, buddy. It's not. You can correct history and switch your two Hood
No.
picks. Hood 1 is actually 7.
No. The problem with this one, this should not have been a Leprechaun movie.
No, I disagree.
No, I made
Go
a note
ahead.
here.
Go for it. Because I only have one more thing, and all I want to talk about is Leprechaun.
Yep. The fact that they have to keep going back to the leprechaun element of this is very disjointing. It's like, I made a note here. It's like, we have a hard life and nothing ever goes our way. Oh, and the leprechaun. I feel like there's a better movie here, and more than any other movie in this franchise, this one feels like tacking on the leprechaun piece really hurt it. Because I agree with everything you said. These characters are some of the best we've seen. Right? There might be some of the best we've seen in any of the franchises that we have. You talked quite a bit about what makes each one of them an individual. You don't get that in most horror movies, right? So they actually took some time to develop these people. The problem is then you've got this dancing leprechaun that kind of inserts himself. What are you doing here?
But,
right?
okay, here's my counter to that.
Yeah.
This is a serious version of the Leprechaun, though. This is not the campy Leprechaun from 3 or 4 or 1 or 2. They completely redid the Leprechaun for this movie. Firstly, his look is fucking awesome.
Sure.
I think it's the coolest look out of all of them. They gave him like this little like Jack the Ripper outfit.
Yeah.
And they completely muted all the colors. His outfit it's like very dark green, almost black. So it's a great redesign.
Yeah.
They removed all of his magic shit. So he is now this is the most slasher Leprechaun ever felt. He is just an actual slasher villain in this movie.
Yeah.
He's serious. He does still quip a little bit, but not nearly as much as in the other ones. And they've redesigned him to reflect the more serious tone of the movie.
Yeah.
And they got rid of the magic crap. He's not overpowered. He's basically just an unkillable machine, and he's got superhuman strength in this one. So like in this one, he most of the kills are him just maiming people. Like he'll like stab through somebody.
Yeah.
Like he stabs through Lisa with like his claw. And then like he kills the one cop, he stabs like his baton through him. Like he's got superhuman strength.
Yeah.
And I love the way like they play this out with he feels this is why I like this version of this Leprechaun is he feels like a slasher villain.
Sure.
Like a real slasher
Yeah.
villain. Because you're saying he's tacked on. I'm saying no, it works because they redesigned him. They retooled him for this tone.
It feels like they added Ronald McDonald to Shawshank Redemption.
I see, I don't think they did. I think they added badass Ronald McDonald that was redesigned for the tone of this movie.
You can take your character development too far. And I think that they did that. They developed their characters and the setting, yes, I agree with you. I feel like the quote unquote, the hood, the inner city in this one is much more intimidating, right? This is a violent place. You are in trouble when you live here. But now they've made this like, okay, I'm invested in this. Get this fucking goofball shit out of here, right? So I think in a way you and I are saying the same thing, but you were more forgiving of the fact that this was still a Leprechaun movie, whereas this,
I didn't mind.
couldn't stand that.
I didn't mind it at all because I think they appropriately tweaked his character where it fit the tone better.
Yeah.
And this was this version of Leprechaun is my favorite version. This is he's way more serious. He's way more menacing than he ever was. He's more of a physical threat, yet he still has a little bit of that quippiness that we like. This is like Freddy Part 2.
Yep.
Where he's way more menacing, but he still kind of does a lot of that quippy shit, but he's not MTV Freddy.
Yep.
You know, we're a far cry away from Leprechaun in space.
We've had our fun. Now, give me what's mine, and I might spare your miserable life.
Why did you kill them? For this? You evil fuck!
Don't presume to tell me right from wrong. You compromised all you believed in once you got the gold. Just like all those before you. Your kind is weak, and will always give in to your selfish yearnings.
Brings out the worst in us, doesn't it?
You really want to die so badly.
This is a way more serious Leprechaun, so I think it appropriately tweaked him. I get what you're saying. You're like, I would have rather just watched a In the Hood movie.
Like you can't make the Leprechaun better enough for it to fit in a movie like this. So I agree with you. I think the presentation of the Leprechaun, this is what I was hoping for in the first one.
Yeah, I wanted this version.
Yeah.
Yeah, this version's way more. His look is, it's such a better look.
I don't think we need to have a Leprechaun antagonist in this movie for these characters to be going through some bad stuff. One of my favorite scenes, you kind of alluded to it, when they first find the gold, right? We've established up until this point that these four people, they're not living their best life. They're missing opportunities. Their cars are breaking down and they just have to leave them on the side of the road because that's just all they can do, right? They're working crappy jobs.
They're kind of trapped.
They're working illegal jobs.
It's hard to get out of poverty.
Right. They find the gold and they're all sitting together. And I think it is it Kim? Was that her name?
There's Emily and Lisa.
Sorry.
Emily's the main one.
All right. And Lisa, I think she's the one that kind of speaks for the group. And she's like, hey, you know what? We've got a real opportunity here. Let's take this money and give ourselves the life that we've missed, right? Let's do something good with it. You know, they kind of insert the joke, Jamie, no buying weed, right? But the whole idea is that she's being serious about this.
She's actually.
Like, let's get ourselves out of this circle of
poverty.
That's poverty, right? The very next scene is them just joking it up. He's buying his garbage bags full of weed. Rory's still a little sad. He buys a gun, which is like, dude, come on. Like, you had an opportunity to get out of that life and you didn't, right? The other two go shopping on Rodeo Drive, and it's just like,
no, it doesn't mean they blow all the money though.
I know.
Gotta enjoy it. They're just showing you them enjoying the money a little bit. That's like saying, dude, when you win the lottery, you immediately put it in the bank. You don't go party.
No. But if this were the movie that they want it to be, they wouldn't have the wah wah. No, they're all going to do exactly what. And it was kind of sad actually, like that they're committed to each other. And then the moment that they are away from each other, they just go and do exactly what they would have done before and like kind of fall back into their life.
I didn't interpret that. We're really going, we're going in depth on Leprechaun Back to the Hood. But I didn't interpret that as though that's what they were ultimately using all their money for.
Yeah.
I interpreted that was like, they're having a little celebration.
Sure.
Like, wouldn't you celebrate if you just came into a big windfall of cash?
No, sure. And I felt that it, and I'm not necessarily criticizing that happened. I'm just saying that it was really sad to see them. They have this opportunity, and then at the first chance, they revert back to what they were. And it's
but they didn't revert. That's just their little celebration, though, Mark. That's not. Do
you think Jamie's going to stop buying pot after the 3 bags that he bought?
Exactly. He's the one that I would say fucked up, but the other 3 I don't think did.
You know, Rory, like he can just leave the gangster life. But no, the first thing he does is he goes and buys another gun to, what's he going to do with that? He's going to go back into the life because now he's got a gun. Anyway, this is all good stuff. I'm just saying, like, that's what I was. Well, I started watching.
This movie is better if they just find gold, but there's no leprechaun?
I'm
Like,
saying
would you
that-
want to watch that movie?
I'm thinking that if you want to tell that story, then leave the other movies get a little bit more of a free pass from me because they don't take themselves so seriously, right? So it's like, okay, I can do Leprechaun in Vegas and just enjoy it, right? But if you're going to present this movie, which I'll be honest, could have been the best one that there is. I mean, you have it number one,
yeah,
right?
And it
Right?
is, yeah.
But
I
started watching this and I'm like, oh, this is something else. And then the I was like, oh shit.
I'm
right.
surprised you're not at least
Yeah.
giving it points for being so competent.
No, I did.
then.
But the thing is,
Yeah, but you said you said this one you hated.
this is my
You-
second last.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
because if you're gonna start that, that's what you got to do. And if you don't do that, you ruin it.
But at least
right?
it fucking tries.
it
there's
would have been
a lot of
it would
these
have
other
been easier to leave the leprechaun out of it and just tell the story of these four characters.
They're trying to give you something more. They're
Yeah.
trying to give you a good, serious leprechaun movie this
it.
is the best leprechaun formula, man. They
Oh.
nail it. It's serious. It's a serious slasher movie. We have this unstoppable force who's meeting up, like who's now come into the hood. And what is the reaction there?
Yeah.
And we got some great scenes, like fucking Watson when they're in a. I thought it was a tribute to Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. The boxing scene. Watson is fighting the leprechaun hand to hand, and he just keeps fucking slugging the leprechaun. The leprechaun just keeps getting back up. And then Watson eventually just tires out, and then the leprechaun just like fucking guts him with his hand and then like throws him. And then the hood, like they shoot the fuck out of the leprechaun, and he just gets up and just keeps coming.
What's up, ninjas?
The leprechaun is just an unstoppable force in this movie. And that to me is fun. I want to see this mythological creature done more seriously go up against the hood and have the hood push back.
I guess
that's the movie.
I guess maybe we're confusing a serious take on the movie with a more of a drama based movie. Like there's a real life story here that shouldn't be interspliced with some goofball character in a green top hat. Like
No, I disagree.
leave.
No, I disagree. That's like saying you can't ever try to make good characters in horror films. And I just think that's a cop-out answer.
I don't know. I think
I think
they're
you're a sad little man over there.
they're
Just bitter at the world.
they're dealing with real social issues that shouldn't just have like this guy.
But it's not
dancing
that
around
guy, though.
that.
But it's not that guy.
Yeah.
Mark, you're a bitter old
I would
man.
like to have seen the movie that this could have been. I think it would have been.
You mean you want to watch Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, sure.
Or Friday?
Not Friday. So that's the thing, though. Friday is more like Leprechaun in the Hood, where they knew, okay, we're going to dabble in some serious stuff, but we're never going to like bring it down. We're always going to keep this at a level where we're all just kind of relaxing and enjoying it, right? This, though, it elevates past that. And I almost feel like if you go too far with that, good, but then that's the movie you've committed to make. And you can't all of a sudden be like, oh, but, you know, Leprechaun comes in and they kill, what's her name? Lisa. And then the three of them are just sitting in the living room with her dead in her bedroom, literally 5 feet away. And they're in there for the longest time. They don't think to go and do something about their dead friend. Remember, we care about these characters now.
Right.
All they're thinking, oh, should we give the gold back? What about the leprechaun? How are we going to hello, your friend. Your friend is
Mark,
massacred.
what the hell do you want us to do with you? When we eventually come over to your house and you're dead, the leprechaun has killed you. What the fuck do you want us to do?
Well, start packing up my shit.
Right, that's the
and take
first
it with
thing
you.
we're doing.
Take it with you.
Right,
and leave.
And leave your corpse.
Yeah.
Exactly. Back to me gushing about this movie.
Yep.
Some really good kills in this movie. Some good ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Leprechaun kills a guy with a bong. Yeah,
Like right into him,
stabs him with the fucking bong. That was an awesome kill. I like the way the Leprechaun in this movie is just more physical. I appreciate that more because the magic is just too overpowered. Like when you have a character like Leprechaun or Freddy, where seemingly they have, or even Pinhead, when they seemingly have all the powers. How do you stop that?
Yep.
So then you end up having to write plot points that are just so convoluted in order to overcome that. So when you strip the Leprechaun down to, okay, he's seemingly unkillable. He's has superhuman strength, and that's about it. Then it makes it so that you can kind of do some shit to him. So like Rory hits him with the baseball bat. Watson, even though he ultimately loses, Watson's able to punch him and like knock his ass over. So he's not too unstoppable. It's just like a Jason or a Michael or something. It's like they're seemingly unkillable, but you can still push back a bit.
There's a visceral feel to it because he doesn't have the ability to just wave his hands and make you explode.
Exactly. Yeah, like he could in the other entries. I am going to shit on one of the kills though. The cop, a lot of people like this kill, but it fails for me. The scene where he rips off the cop's leg. Okay.
Okay.
Let me explain why this kill fails. So, to set this up, the characters are running away from the Leprechaun. The cops intervene and they try to stop the Leprechaun. The Leprechaun stabs the one cop with his baton, which is awesome. It's very it's very slasher kill.
Yep.
By the way, did you catch who that was? It's a cameo. Oh, you caught
I
this?
wasn't sure if you knew this.
Yeah. The voice, dude. The voice. Who is it?
His name is Bo Billingsley.
Yep.
He plays Jet Black in one of our favorites, Cowboy Bebop.
The anime Cowboy Bebop. Shout out to our friend John.
Who
has
he seen this though? Like how? Okay.
Still not watched Cowboy Bebop.
John, you got it.
Our anime friend has not watched Cowboy Bebop, but yeah. Bo Billingsley has a strange cameo as one of the cops. Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck are you? Little early for Halloween, ain't we?
They have me gold.
Oh, it's your gold. Of course, you're a leprechaun. So we'll just hand it over to you.
I'd appreciate it.
So then there's he's the black cop. Then there's the white cop, and the white cop is like fighting with the leprechaun, and then he throws a kick, okay? And they keep switching which leg is doing what in this fight. So first the cop throws a kick with his right leg, but the leprechaun catches the leg, and now he's holding his left leg. Then the leprechaun goes and spins him around, and now he's holding the right leg. Then he throws the cop and tears off his leg, and now he's missing his left leg, which is strange because you can clearly see him holding onto the right leg when he throws him. And you can also clearly see him let go of the leg instead of ripping it off. So everyone failed at their job this day. The stunt coordinator, the stunt man, and the editor failed on this day.
Did they flip the...
Everything's wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's just, they probably shot it 5 different ways. The editor chopped it up wrong, and the camera guy shot it wrong, and the stunt coordinator probably didn't think about it.
Come on!
Because they're trying to do it that the guy throws a kick, Leprechaun catches it, spins him, but then that tears off his leg.
Yeah.
But they fucked it up because then he catches the wrong leg, and then I think what ended up happening was they were like, oh, it's really awkward if he catches the right leg and then just kind of turns. It makes it weird to throw him. So they're like, all right, switch, and now he's holding the left leg. But then they probably realized, well, that's going to look weird when we spin it. Like everything, they fucked, it's all wrong.
They opted to make it look as good as possible without making it actually make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest observation from that was, and we've talked about this before, in previous movies. You cannot lose your leg like that and expect to survive. And so often in these movies, this happens. I got a note. No way that cop is jumping towards Leprechaun with his leg ripped off. He'd bleed profusely and promptly
adrenaline
die.
does a lot.
Sure. Yeah, it pumps your heart faster. Is basically so more blood is going to come out of your stump.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that won't kill him fast.
There's all kinds of stories about people running into mythological creatures and surviving the attacks.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stories like that.
Maybe he had like one of the coins, and that's what sort of kept
correct.
him alive, right?
Did you notice they didn't do a lot of coin shenanigans?
No.
Did you like that the coin, they did change something though? Do you remember this? So they tweaked the lore. The pot of gold is now bottomless. It refills.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought that was actually a neat touch because then we're not doing this whole, I'm short one coin. Oh, give me all my gold back. It's like the coin, no, the pot of jest is enchanted. It just keeps refilling. So
they didn't really do anything with it, but.
Well, the idea is that they kind of got greedy and they're tempted to keep tapping into it.
Yeah.
And it feeds into the whole greed motif.
I would have liked it better if their ability to save themselves was limited and they blew it.
I did like the clover tipped bullets was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a cool touch. How is that stupid? That's a cool fucking touch.
That's a Jamie idea right
that
there.
was fucking awesome. Yeah, the clover tipped bullets, that was fun. Yeah.
Don't they like wrap it at the end or they dip it in? I don't know. How do they stick them on there?
He like somehow dips. He gets, I don't know. Somehow they're clover tipped. I thought it was fun. That's a fun little touch. The thing that's weird about that though is I don't like the ending because the ending is like he shows up when they're hiding out at the psychic woman's place. The psychic woman like has a little battle with the leprechaun and then she loses.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rory uses the clover tipped bullets, but it's like it's like he has to shoot a certain amount in a row for him to die because every time he shoots the leprechaun, these like orbs come out of him. Oh. But then the orbs go back into him and then he's fine. It was weird. And then so he never is able to shoot enough of him into him to make the orbs completely go away. And then they just knock him off the roof into an open pit of cement.
And then the idea is that the cement eventually hardens and then he's just stuck in there.
Yeah, but which would never happen. They would never, no construction site would ever have an open pit of basically quicksand cement just open to the public that you could just fall into. That would never happen.
That late at night, that was so deep that you couldn't, even a small person couldn't stand up in it. A sidewalk is like a couple inches deep. Right?
No, it must have been like a foundation because he just sinks into the goop.
It's only like, 6 feet long by 2 or 3 feet? What is this a foundation for?
It's also like the most liquidy cement you'll ever see. It's like, why would it be that liquidy still? Yep. Somebody just overwatered that. Yeah. A minor nitpick in an otherwise perfect Leprechaun
there you
film.
go.
Yeah.